to the Soul Fire podcast, where healing is raw, truth is sacred, and your story gets to burn and rebuild in the same breath. I'm Power Coach Alicia, pattern breaker, soul mirror, fire starter, and the unapologetic voice of the burn it down and rise anyways revolution. We don't fluff your wounds, we don't filter your truth, and we don't water down healing so that people stay comfortable. You've spent way too damn long proving your worth to people who only love the version of you that stayed small, quiet, and convenient. If you've ever swallowed your truth to keep the peace, shrunk yourself to stay chosen, or disappeared in your life, this season isn't just a reset or another motivational podcast. This is where you reclaim your voice, your fire, and your fucking self. I'll give you the truth that heals, frameworks that hold, and soul codes that will change how you live, lead, love, and rise. Lovey, come forward. It's time for you to embody your wholeness. And I'm not only leading this season, I'm living it right beside you. Let's fucking go. Today, I want to talk to you about how your soul shows you the way to wealth. Because I think that one of the biggest challenges when you are living this human experience is getting distorted between the personality and the soul. And if you want to dive into that a lot deeper, I highly recommend the book, The Seat of the Soul by Gary Zukav, okay? But what if I told you that the reason you've been exhausted trying to make money isn't because you're doing it wrong, or because you are not cut out for it, or because you are missing something that someone else has? What if it's because you've been trying, and I say that very, very intentionally, trying to make money in a way that goes against your soul's design? If you've missed our last few episodes where I've been talking to you about the merge between your birth chart soul and wealth blueprint, I highly recommend that you go back and you listen to those episodes. Because your soul's been trying to show you the way to wealth this entire time, but you've been ignoring it inadvertently. You've been following someone else's path or forcing strategies that don't fit you because you think that those strategies, those lessons, the journey that other people have been on, they're going to help you collapse the time on your journey. So why not just do it their way? And that's partly true. But if you're going to use someone else's strategy, that strategy has to be aligned with your soul in order for the wealth to come. So in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to listen to your soul and let it guide you to the wealth that's meant for you. Because what I do is I help badass business women exceed their income goals. And we do this without you having to start over every single time you feel like something failed, right? Like, I know you've been there. You get in, you start implementing a new strategy. I've been there. And you put in all the work for it. And then when it comes time for that strategy to go to market, and you don't get the result that you thought that you should have, or that you expected, or you were hoping, or you intended to, you go back to the drawing board and you're starting over because in your mind, you feel like it failed. So what I do is I help you align your strategy with your birth chart, soul, and wealth blueprint. Okay. And this whole soul's design that we're talking about here, it's written in your second house. All right. As it pertains to your birth chart. Now, you don't need to understand that all of this, right? And have the intricacies of it. That's what I'm here for. And I have free things that I do and ways that I lead you through this. So it's not your job to understand this at the highest of levels. I just want to share with you this information at the basic level. All right. So the reason why money feels so hard and what's been happening is that, let's say you see someone making, $30,000 a month with a specific strategy. What happens is you go in and you copy that strategy. Maybe you hire the same coach. Maybe you join the same course or program, or you start studying what it is that they did in order to implement it yourself. And you work your ass off. You're following every step. And what happens is either it doesn't work at all, or it works for a minute and then it all falls apart. Listen, I have been here. So it's not happening at all. It works for a minute and falls apart, or it works, but then it drains you so much that you can't sustain the level of whatever the hell you did in order to get that result. And then again, you turn that into yourself thinking, what's wrong with me? Why can't I make this work when other people can? And the truth is, it's not that something is wrong with you. It's that the strategy works for them, because it matches their soul's design for making money, but it doesn't match yours. Every strategy that is out there matches someone's birth chart soul design. Now, one strategy can match millions of people, yes, but it's about matching that strategy with your soul's design and your wealth blueprint, because your soul has a specific way that it's designed to create wealth. And when you try to force a different way, then your soul will reject it. And this is why. This is why the launch strategy exhausts you, even though it works for her. This is why the one-on-one model feels draining for you, even though that dude loves it. This is why your course funnel that you've built feels empty, even though the other person is making bank. Okay? It's not the strategy. And this is something you're going to continually hear me say over and over. It's not the strategy. It's the misalignment. The misalignment between the strategy and your soul's design. We've been talking about it. We're going to keep talking about it, because until we can get to the point where we get you on the soul track that your soul is calling for, following the wealth blueprint that your soul is craving, you're not going to get there. All right. So I want to help you reframe this and help you understand this better, because your soul already knows how to make money, and make money in a way that's aligned, and make money in a way that makes you feel aligned, and make money in a way that makes you feel so good. Your soul also already knows how to move and grow and heal and love and feel the highest levels of vibration in this human experience, because your soul came into this body with a blueprint, a design, a frequency that's meant for you. And part of that design is how you're meant to make money. All right. Not how your business coach makes money, not how that influencer makes money, but how your soul is wired to create that wealth. And that's what your second house shows you. Now, your second house is a placement in your birth chart. And this is what reveals the energy that your soul needs in order to feel, and how your soul wants to feel when making that money, the way your soul is designed to generate the income, what kind of wealth building feels natural to you and not forced. I want you to think of it like this. Some people's souls are designed to make money through bold, fast action, because they get bored with slow builds, or steady, consistent rhythm because they burn out with fast action, or deep transformational work because soul level or surface level work feels empty, teaching and variety because repetition kills their soul, nurturing intimate spaces because mass marketing drains them. These are all different ways that people's souls are designed to make money. So I am a bored, fast action, deep transformational work, and steady, consistent rhythm. I'm all of these things, right? These are the three ways that my soul loves to make money, that my personality loves to make money. However, I have to be mindful of what does my soul need on its own nurturing, on its own healing, on its own cadence, on its own rhythm while I'm making that money. So our souls, they have a preference. And when you honor it, making money feels easier, and exceeding your income goals is easy, right? It's it shifts from feeling like you're banging your head against the wall to, holy shit, has it always been this easy? And when I say easy, maybe not easy, but easier, like you're working with yourself instead of against yourself. So I want to talk to you about the 3 soul archetypes for wealth. Okay? And this is going to make it a lot easier. Instead of me listing all 12 astrological signs clinically and going into that, I've grouped them into 3 soul archetypes that most people can relate to. So I'm going to show you these 3 archetypes for wealth. And as I describe them, I want you to see which ones resonate with your soul and you. So the first one is the builder soul. The energy of the builder soul is that your soul craves stability. You want to build something that lasts, something you can rely on, something that grows slowly and steadily over time. Fast pivots stress you out when you are the builder soul. Constant changes exhaust you when you're the builder soul, and your soul needs ground beneath it in order to succeed here. So the way the builder soul makes money is through recurring revenue. That could be memberships, retainers, subscriptions, high ticket offers that you deliver over time, one solid offer that you refine and grow, and or building once and benefiting repeatedly. That's how the builder soul makes their wealth and feels good and aligned in their soul and their wealth blueprint, making that money. So what drains the builder soul is big launches every quarter, constantly creating new offers, fast pivots and trending strategies, and income that fluctuates wildly month to month. All right. So if any of that's going on, it literally stifles the builder soul. So the wound that blocks this soul is fear of receiving. Hear me. The builder soul's wound that blocks this soul is fear of receiving. This soul is so used to earning through hard work that they don't know how to let money come to them steadily. So they sabotage recurring income because it feels too easy, quote unquote. Now, the healing that the builder soul needs to do is to practice receiving in small ways. Just a 1% receive a day for 100 days is a 100% shift. So let someone pay for your coffee, accept a compliment without deflecting, train your nervous system to believe I am allowed to receive without constantly proving my worth. So signs that are the builder soul energy is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, which makes me very much so a builder soul because my sun sign is Taurus. All right. So archetype 2 is the flow soul. And the energy of the flow soul is that you crave variety. You want multiple streams, different projects, creative freedom. Your soul dies in rigid structure. So doing the same thing over and over feels like prison. Your soul needs movement, stimulation, and change. Knowing this will align with how you make money as a flow soul, which would be multiple streams. You'd have coaching and courses and speaking and affiliates, right? You have all of this stuff going on, different offers for different moods or seasons, creative projects that evolve over time, communication based income where writing, teaching, speaking. And what's really funny is as we're going through this part of it and we're in the flow soul, I'm like, oh my God, this is me too. So we're going to talk about why I will more than likely identify with all three archetypes at different times. And more than likely, you're also going to see yourself identifying with the different archetypes. But the key here is which of these archetypes feel the most like home, feel the most nourishing, feel the most like, fuck yes, that would be amazing. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And what actually drains the flow soul is being locked into one rigid business model, doing the same thing every single day, these long-term commitments that feel suffocating, and those strategies that require you to stay in one lane. So, you know, flow soul does not like monotony. And the wound that blocks the flow soul is fear that you're too much or you can't focus because you've been told that you need to pick one thing so many times that you think that your natural variety need is a flaw. So instead of going with your natural variety need, because there was one thing, focus on the one thing, get hyper, dependent on the one thing, the refining, and all of that. And you're like, oh my God, I want to create this and I want to do this and I want to do that. Be so cool. And so what happens, you find in yourself, you decide that because the outside is saying that you need to focus on the one thing, you decide that your variety is a flaw. So you abandon your multi-stream soul because you think you should be more focused. And remember, Tony Robbins always says, if you are always shoulding, you're going to should all over yourself. So the healing that the flow soul needs to do is to give yourself permission to have multiple streams. It's like literally that simple. Give yourself permission for it. You don't have to do square peg round hole because someone tells you that this is the way that it is. Your soul doesn't, it's not that your soul is scattered, okay? It's designed for variety. Hear me when I say this. Your soul isn't scattered. It's designed for variety. So your healing is in accepting I'm allowed to make money in multiple ways. That's my design, not my flaw. Okay. Now, signs with flow soul energy are Gemini, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. So I'm going to pause here and I want to say, so I told you I identified with the first archetype, right? Like, oh, the builder soul, like that's totally me. And then we're in archetype 2 and I'm like, this one's me as well. Okay, well, my sun sign is Taurus. My moon sign is Aquarius. All right. and my rising is a Libra. So when I go into archetype 3, Libra is going to be more than likely listed there, right? And then all of a sudden, I'm going to be like, oh my God, I'm a depth soul too. And so then the question is, well, then which one do I fucking do? And I told you this already, right? What feels the most like soul food to you? And that's where you move. And maybe you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to try all these, test these all out, and figure out which one feels the best. Actually, when you're listening to them, just go ahead and identify with which one feels the best. However, by running your birth chart, it'll reveal which one you are, right? This isn't something you have to figure out. So, right now in this episode, feel into which one you connect with. Your birth chart, though, will give you that full answer. So, archetype 3 is the depth soul. And the energy of the depth soul is your soul craves intimacy. You want to go deep with people, you want to transform them, see their shadows, hold sacred space. Surface level feels way empty for you. And this is crazy. Like I keep saying, all three of these archetypes are absolutely me. So, the depth soul, the soul doesn't want to teach 1,000 people, it wants to transform 10. So the way that the depth soul makes money is high touch one-on-one or small group work, transformational coaching or healing, intensive programs with deep intimacy, and long-term relationships with clients, not transactional ones. And what drains the depth soul is mass marketing to large audiences, surface level content or quick tips, transactional client relationships, and scaling strategies that remove intimacy. The depth soul wants the closest, most intimate type of work. So the wound that blocks this soul is the fear of intimacy, which is crazy, right? They crave the intimacy, but they also fear being fully seen. And going deep with clients means that they're going to see all of you, including your wounds. So you avoid the very work that your soul came here to do, or you do surface level work and you feel dead inside. So the healing that the depth soul needs to do is to do your own shadow work first. Heal your fear of being seen in your full depth. And the more that you integrate your own shadows, the safer it feels to hold that space for others and to also share with what you've been through and that transformation and what you did. Now, signs with depth soul energy is the Scorpio, the Cancer, and the Pisces. And for the other signs, I want to kind of weave them in a little bit here so that you have them. So the spotlight soul is the Leo, the Aries, the Sagittarius. That means you make money by being seen. Your soul needs visibility, stage presence, personal brand energy. Hiding kills your income. The Harmony soul is the Libra and the Pisces. You make money through beauty, collaboration, and partnership. Going solo or doing ugly work drains you. All right. The authority soul is the Capricorn and the Virgo. You make money through mastery, precision, and structure. Messy or undefined work feels too chaotic for you. So the importance here is how this all actually works. So the very first thing that you need to do is identify which soul archetype resonates with you the most. So as you were listening, did any of those feel like home? That is your soul speaking. And like I said, you might have a blend. Most people are, but one will feel like your primary. Step 2, look at your current money strategy. Does it match your soul archetype or is it a disconnect? So an example of this would be if you're a builder soul forcing yourself to launch every quarter, that's misalignment. If you're a flow soul locked into one rigid membership model, that's misalignment. If you're a depth soul trying to scale to 1,000 students, that's misalignment. So then step 3 is to align your strategy with your soul. If you're a builder soul, then build a membership or a retainer model. One solid offer that brings in recurring revenue. If you're a flow soul, give yourself permission for multiple streams. Don't force yourself to pick one. If you're a depth soul, go smaller and deeper. High touch, transformational, and intimate. And then step 4, heal the wound blocking your soul archetype. So your strategy can be perfect for your soul, but if the wound is still there, you're going to sabotage it anyway. The builder soul has to heal the fear of receiving, like we said. Flow soul needs to heal the belief that you're too scattered, and the depth soul needs to heal the fear of intimacy. This is the merge. This is the work. This is the transformation. This is the reason why I do what I do. The right strategy for your soul, plus the healing work that clears the blocks, equals the wealth that flows. The right strategy for your soul plus the healing work that clears the blocks equals the wealth that flows. And this is the work that I help badass business women do to exceed their income. There's no more starting over when you feel like a failure, because you're not going to feel like a failure. You're going to know that you've got to reflect and refine, because you will be aligned with your birth chart, soul, and wealth blueprint. And your second house shows me exactly which soul archetype you are. Whether you're the builder, the flow, the depth, the spotlight, the harmony, or the authority, you're going to learn what these are, and you're going to be able to move from that energy. So if you want to know yours, in the show notes, click the link, send me a message on Facebook that says Queen, and I'll send you over your free money birth chart reading. I'm going to show you what your soul archetype is for wealth, and the strategy that matches your design, and the wound that's blocking you. The key here is to let your soul show you the way to wealth, okay? Because it's been doing its best to guide you this whole time, all right? And remember, the world needs who you were made to be. So show up every single fucking day as the badass you are and slay. And if no one's told you today, you are worth it. You are always fucking worth it. I'm Power Coach Alicia, and we'll see you next time. Embody this. Choose yourself so completely that nobody gets to question your worth again. Extend to your soul the same mercy you once gave away to people who fucking dropped it. And stop shrinking to be chosen by people who can't even hold you. You're not a placeholder, you're the fucking revolution. So show up, speak up, and burn the damn box. I'm Power Coach Alicia, and this is your invitation to rise. Thank you.